He does have something to prove. Floyd Mayweather has to prove that he can punish Cotto the way my guy Pacquiao punished Cotto back in November of '09. You remember that night in that fight?
Yes,
It should have been stopped in the 9th round when Cotto was so punished, so pounded, that his own wife couldn't bear to watch anymore. Remember, she got up and left the arena?
Remember, I was there. I was there.
Cotto showed me straight warrior to last all the way to the 12th round. And just to give you a couple of quick stats on that fight, Pac-Man threw 780 punches and landed 43%, almost half of them. Cotto only managed to throw 597 and only managed to land 29% of those punches. He got picked to pieces and battered and beat down by Pac-Man. And I want to see Floyd do the same. And I don't think Floyd, at age 35, and he does ultimately face a jail term, but at age 35, I don't think he can do that to Cotto. I think this will be a much better fight than we saw against Pacquiao.
Well, first of all, you're right from the standpoint that it will be a much better fight. Even though I still believe Floyd Mayweather will pick him apart, it will be a much better fight because Pacquiao throws considerably more punches than Mayweather. So against a guy like Cotto, Mayweather's style is more fitting for him than a Pacquiao is.
Oh,
That's
so you're
number
concerned.
one. Plus, no, not at all. Not at all. But I'm just telling you in terms of it being a competitive fight, it works better. See, Pacquiao is smaller than Mayweather, but also faster and throws a lot more punches. So against somebody like Cotto, that's a problem. Whereas with Mayweather, he's a bigger target and he doesn't throw as much punches, which would mean for Cotto that he can take more chances. I know it's not going to work for him because I think that Mayweather is a magician in the ring and he's going to beat him. But let me tell you the other thing that I think is probably the biggest impediment to Floyd Mayweather Jr. in this fight. It's one of the rare fights where I truly believe he genuinely likes the opponent. Not to mention the fact that he knows that Margarito cheated against Cotto with plastering his hands. See, Cotto's face has never been the same. If you notice now, Skip, the minute he's touched, his face puffs up. No matter what. I mean, he dominated Margarito in the last fight.
He got his revenge.
But guess what? He got his revenge, but his face was still a bit scarred because it's not what it used to be because Margarito cheated in that first match and really messed him up in terms of what he hit him with plastering his gloves and all of this other stuff, basically turned it into a cast. You don't recover from that stuff. You might still be able to take a punch, but your skin, all of that stuff that comes with it, according to the way it was explained to me, it has a detrimental effect. So you're talking about Mayweather picking him apart or whatever, but Mayweather, for all his talk, for all his bluster and everything like this, he truly appreciates the game of boxing, if nothing else. He's been synonymous with it since he was 8 years old. And to know that a guy is basically taking a turn for the worst in his career because somebody cheated really, really affects him. So I believe that his affection for Cotto, I don't think it's going to help Cotto in terms of him beating Mayweather, but the level of venom and vitriol and animosity that he has towards most other fighters, he doesn't have towards Cotto.
Are you telling me that Floyd Mayweather at age 35 has gone soft?
No. See, there you go.
Well,
no.
That's what you just said. He's taking pity on his opponent's face.
What I said was, it's not about him going soft. I'm saying he usually has complete disdain and disregard for every opponent. They don't even belong in the ring with him. He's going to embarrass them, and he embarrasses them beforehand, the 24/7s and everything like that. He just humiliates them. He disregards them. He denigrates them. He does all of that stuff. He doesn't do that to Cotto, not only because Cotto is quiet and humble, but because as a boxing purist, he knows that the turn for the worse in Cotto's career came by under false pretenses. He knows that Margarito cheated, just like the rest of us know. And that is what has had a profound effect on Cotto. So that's the human being in any of us coming out saying, I'd love to beat this boy's brains out. I'd love to show the world this boy can't mess with me. But at the same time, I'm sort of feeling bad that I'm going to have to do it because this dude right here got cheated on. He got cheated. Margarito cheated by plastering his fist. And that he'll never be the same fighter. Never.
Okay, and I also have to ask you, you were going pretty fast, but I thought I heard you say that Pacquiao is faster than Mayweather. Didn't I catch that?
He is. He is.
You're admitting that?
He's absolutely faster than Mayweather.
Well,
So,
then you finally made
that
my
doesn't mean that
case. You
Mayweather
finally
would've
saw
beat
the
him.
light.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Mayweather would still pick him apart. Mayweather would still pick him apart.
Okay, so now
Just because he's faster doesn't mean anything.
Okay, wait a
He's
second.
not the boxer that Mayweather is.
So now we've got a Floyd Mayweather, age 35, who is going a little soft here, who has admitted that he's afraid of fighting Pacquiao because he thinks Floyd, will get permanently hurt for the rest of his
You're
life
lost.
in that fight.
You're so lost.
And you're admitting
so
that
lost.
Pacquiao is faster than Floyd, and you're saying he's the fastest magician in the history, best defensive fighter in the history of boxing.
I called him a boxing magician. I never called Floyd Mayweather Jr. the fastest. I said he is a boxing magician. Pernell Whitaker wasn't the fastest. He was a boxing magician. Wilfredo Benitez wasn't the fastest, but he was a boxing magician. Muhammad Ali, well, he was one of the fastest.
Fastest
Sugar Ray
hands
Leonard
you'll
was
ever
one
see.
of the fastest.
Yeah.
But
Sugar
I'm
Ray
just
Leonard,
saying,
fastest hands you'll ever see in that division.
Marvin Hagler was a boxing magician, and sometimes he looked as slow as a snail. But you know something? Somehow, some way, he always ended up victorious, except for when he couldn't hit Sugar Ray Leonard. So what I'm trying to say to you, sir, take notes, listen to how I break this down to you, that Mayweather may be a bit slower than Pacquiao, but Pacquiao is not half the boxer that he is, and that's why I would pick Mayweather to beat Pacquiao.
Writing
I'm
down
taking
over
notes.
there.
I'm taking
you're
notes.
taking notes?
I'm taking notes. Stephen A.
Please.
Smith, at what time is it about? Whatever, I got the time here.
You need to
has
learn.
just made an excuse for Floyd Mayweather to look bad tomorrow night
You know
against
what?
Cotto.
You know what?